Hello, Expand Dog. How you doing, dude?
Before we get into any of that, can we just talk briefly about the lamest show I've ever seen with Wings and DSP? What a flop.
I tried to stop Wings. You know, I DM'd Wings. I said, bro, just stay in bed. I'll PayPal you $200 at 4 o'clock, okay? Just stay in bed, because he wasn't getting paid for this appearance. Phil didn't even pay him a nickel for it. I said, here's $200. Wings, unfortunately, took the path and basically became on a hostage tape with Phil. Like, it was sad. He honestly looked like he hated being there every single second of it. He's like, we have it. If you go into the Phil folder and into the miscellaneous, if you go into the Phil folder and into the miscellaneous Phil.
I can't even, sorry, Phil.
DSP. And then the very first one, it should be the Wings stream in a nutshell. This is the Wings and Phil conversation in a nutshell. This was the facial expression that Wings had about 90% of the time, and the posture he had about 90% of the time, where you just couldn't even believe the shit that Phil was saying. Like, Phil got up on there and started talking about how Wings is too easily baited and how Phil was going to teach him not to take the bait. And I'm like, both of you are fucking easily baited. What the fuck are we talking about? Then at one point, Phil's like trying to like do this like intervention for Wings' eating habit. It's like, Phil, do you know how many people have tried to do this intervention with Wings to get him to stop eating himself to death? You know, that was like the whole part of the reason the PKA shit fell apart. Wings couldn't fucking figure it out then when there was hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line. Okay. He couldn't figure it out at Fat Camp with Keemstar and all of those resources. What makes you think a stern talking to from DarksydePhil is going to get this guy to turn it around and stop drinking Pepsi? Yeah. And Phil's like giving him the most basic bitch diet advice. He's like, you just got to cut out Pepsi, Wings, and just drink water. And it's like, Wings is like, but I'm addicted to Pepsi and I'm not going to stop. And it's like, yeah, no shit. Like, what are we doing here, Phil?
Even
like,
crazier.
Holy fuck.
Even crazier. So at one point, Wings goes, so Phil, you lift now? And he goes, yeah. He goes, can you lift 100 pounds? And then he goes, yeah. And he goes, in each hand? He's like, you know, I could do like 1 or 2 reps with 100. No, you can't.
He can't.
You cannot do that.
He can't.
Not even on a bench.
There's no
fucking
way.
dumbbell press. Sorry,
bro.
You can't.
I'm sorry. He's not bench pressing 200 fucking pounds, bro. Not
dude.
for Phil.
No,
like, come on. Like, listen, Phil obviously is thinner than he used to be in the past. But the idea that he's now this bodybuilder, or he's fucking jacked or whatever, this is ridiculous, Phil.
Yo, okay.
Get a grip, buddy.
Okay, per hand, 100 pounds, folks. Just try doing a dude fucking lift where you like swing your body and lift.
The bro lift? Yeah.
The bro lift, even the bro lift where you use your momentum is hard. And Phil's like, I could do 2. You can't even lift to 30. Shut the fuck up. I
swear to God, like
they're like,
yeah. Well, it's not like fucking Wings has much idea either. Maybe I honestly bet you Wings has a better idea than Phil does. I guarantee you he actually does. But he just sits there and lets Phil lie. And like it turns into this like sad trauma session where, oh, the trolls did this to me. Oh, you'll never guess what the trolls did to me, bro. It's like guys sitting around telling war stories about how they got bullied on the internet. It's like, who asked for this?
We live We live in a society where keying someone's car is cool now. What?
No.
What are you talking about? Like, no one's like,
man.
Key Phil's car. No one's doing like they compare like you keying someone's car.
Jade was upset. Jade at the beginning said he didn't support what Phil was doing and he wanted it to stop.
What do you mean?
It's like when you're losing Jade, the disabled dent in the wheelchair, because Jade doesn't want the drama of Wings being on, you know it's getting to be over for the Phil grift. You know what I mean? Like, holy. By the way, Phil, you have supposedly this decade-long, everybody's wanted this crossover with Wings. You could barely make $300.
Yeah.
Our interview with you, Phil, brought in over $4,000, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't even bring in 1/10 of what the Kino Casino could bring in. Sad! Put that in!
Can we put on 1 minute, pick a random spot, and just hit play?
At that to this day, right? Like I never wanted to do that and that kind of stuff. But there was this whole creeping dread and I was just in a bad headspace.
A bad headspace! Bring it up! Bad headspace alert! Bad headspace alert! Bad headspace alert! If you had it on your bingo card, bad headspace 69. That's right, bad headspace. Are you sure that was just some random spot? Or are you fucking?
You
didn't have the timestamp pulled up that he said he was in a bad headspace. Holy buddy!
Let's click it.
That's sad, buddy.
Here. Let's pick a random spot. Okay, here we go. Here
To just have a good time. They know who we are. They've seen our content for years and years. Right? They just want to have a social experience with us, hang out. Yeah, the gameplay also, but they also want to have a good time with us. The people who are going to benefit from
Phil said to Wings, he goes, do you purposely act really boring so that haters can't clip you? And Wings is like, yeah.
No. Does he really? They both admit to that then. That's fucking twisted, bro. When your mentality is just to spite everyone because you know there's no one watching who actually likes you. So you're like, let me just make this as boring as possible. So even the people who do have an investment in me one way or the other tune out. And they wonder why these guys are like on the fucking verge of destitution every fucking day.
But this is not a real segment, folks. It's not a real segment. We're just doing a little preview before all the real stuff. Hang on, let's click on. Oh my god! Wings calls cat fat, like right?
He does. He does.
Trolling.
Let's be real, buddy. Your wife skates away, which is honestly totally fair game for Wings, because Phil came out and was like, listen, Wings shows his wife, and that's no flex to him. And it's like, Philip, your wife's just as fucking fat as Kelly, if not fucking fatter than Kelly. At least Kelly's lost. Yes, at least Kelly lost some fucking weight. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, with the
childish insults. All right. Nor should they be. You know, most people who don't stream, don't make videos on the internet have never even experienced that kind of level of bullying like we see every day. We're kind of immune to it because we've been seeing this for how many years?
Are you guys aware that there are motherfuckers in the real world, like, who actually have hard lives? Like, there are women that are battered by their husbands. There are kids out there that get sexually abused. Like, you guys have it so hard, right? There's nobody in the workplace who gets bullied by their boss or abused by their boss, or their boss makes unwanted sexual advances toward. No, you guys are the only people in the world who go through anything, which, by the way, could all be solved if you logged off the internet. It's really quite that simple. But instead, they're going to sit there and cry because they don't work.
Let's pick a random stolen wheel. What does this mean? I stopped watching after 10 minutes.
And how things have gotten bad. I mean, I went from Connecticut to Washington.
That's the old man saying they've always been bad. Like, we're actually safest now than we've ever been in like the history of humanity.
Oh my god!
Right, because there's so many checks and balances. There's so much.
What a brave stance you took, Wings! Your torchlight's away!
Boo! Boo!
Wow, Wings, thanks, buddy.
This is terrible.
There's no crime at all these days.
In 1942, we like what?
Oh, 1942. Yeah, Wings is gonna tell us about ye olden days where the detectives wouldn't solve the crime. Let's be real, they don't solve them today. You could fucking have somebody who robbed your shit on camera and they're like, we're too busy for that, sir. Like, at least in the 1950s, they would find some black person to blame it on, and they're probably more times than right correct.
Well, so, still to this day, too.
It's in like the LA Noire, that mission where you blame it on the black guy. Do you remember that mission?
Vaguely. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Like, mine stuff looked okay for what it was, and I did improve my cameras. I did buy more cameras that went higher grade HD and better lighting. I had one with a big ass lens, so now it looked almost like it was.
No one cares. We're moving on. No one cares. We're moving on.
This is the worst.
Oh my god! This segment can rest in peace.
Unclippable
to the cutting room floor. There's a few clips here and there we could do about WWE champions and him calling his wife fat, but it's pretty fucking mid. We might get to that on Wednesday's show. We might not. Honestly, like, even if you are, I feel like a diehard Wings or Phil guy, there's very little in that interview that's interesting at all.
Even the fucking
there's little flags here and there, but it's pretty low.